Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Super Wrestling Federation's Saturday Night Powerslam, and what a match we have going on for you right now. A fatal four-way, first fall to the win, becomes the number one contender for Vonstadt's SWF World Heavyweight Championship. We've got Brandon Trout, the Prowler, Hawaiian Steve, and Luigi Calzone, all four men competing for one major opportunity. Look at this! The Prowler using that scythe onto the forehead of Brandon Trout. This is no count out, no disqualifications. The only way to win is pinfall, submission, or critical knockout. There will be no friends, no allies. All four. Oh my gosh, a fork to the head of Brandon Trout by the Prowler. Always taking advantage of the no disqualification rules. Any match that the Prowler is in, he calls Prowler's rules, which means no countouts, no disqualifications. So therefore, that's why we had to make this match no countouts and no disqualifications. In his contract, he can have these rulings. Management agreed to it, and now here we are. Now all these men are involved. The Prowler dropkick to the outside of the ring. Now we've got three in the ring. The Prowler gets back inside of the ring. Calzone with an elbow to the back of Hawaiian Steve. Calzone going off on everybody in his sights. Brandon Trout getting elbow to the face there. Irish whip. Taken down is the Prowler, and then Luigi Calzone to follow. Wait a second. Nice slam there by Hawaiian Steve. Steve in. The Undisputed Ace. So much going on. So much pandemonium. All four of these guys want to be the number one contender for Vonstadt's SWF World Championship. Who will walk out victorious? Will it be the Undisputed Ace? Will it be the Woodpecker? Will it be the Samoan Savage? Or the Feaster of Fears? It can go one of four ways. All four of these guys have a 25% chance of winning. It can go in any direction. And all it takes is the first one to win. It's not elimination. First fall to the finish. Oh, the Prowler fighting the forehead of Brandon Trout. I'm amazed Brandon Trout isn't bleeding all over the canvas of the ring after all the damage he has taken courtesy of the Prowler. The Feaster of Fears going at it with the Undisputed Ace back and forth contest. Look, now we have another back and forth contest between the Woodpecker and the Samoan Savage. Oh, and a stab to the head with the fork there by the Prowler to the top of the dome of Luigi Calzone. Elbow to the face of the Prowler. The Undisputed Ace and the Woodpecker going at it with that headlock there. As you can see the Prowler and you can see Hawaiian Steve were just looking on. Needed the head of Luigi Calzone take it down. And now we're going to see Brandon Trout being taken for a ride with a stalling suplex. Up and down he goes. Look at that. So much going on. Spinning him around like a record player is Luigi Calzone to Brandon Trout. And now Luigi Calzone squaring off with the Hawaiian Steve. Nice chokehold there, only to be interrupted by Hawaiian Steve. Hawaiian Steve now squaring up with Brandon Trout. Nice takedown there by Luigi Calzone to the Prowler. Beautiful drop kick there by Brandon Trout. Headbutt there by the Woodpecker. Look at that, two pins going on at the same time. You can hear the applause of the crowd. They are loving this fatal four-way. We don't know who's going to win. The former number one contender, Luigi Calzone, would love another shot at Vonstadt and the SWF World Championship. We know that there is a very personal feud going on between the Prowler and Vonstadt. So I imagine the Prowler would love this match, not only to win the championship, but to beat Vonstadt, the man who he befriended and quickly betrayed. Now that we know that the Prowler was just after the World Championship, he wanted to get close to Vonstadt so he could stab him in the back. Unfortunately for the Prowler, Vonstadt would still successfully defend the SWF World Championship against Luigi Calzone and is still the champion. But now Luigi Calzone has the opportunity of a lifetime to get a second chance at Vonstadt and the SWF World Championship, and the Prowler has the opportunity, well, to attack his former friend, to get the betrayal, to give the betrayal that he's been wanting to give him, to take the championship away. He wants to humiliate, he wants to hurt and embarrass Vonstadt. Hawaiian Steve, in the Battle Royal to determine the first ever SWF World Champion, was one of the final two. It was him and Vonstadt, so I imagine he would love a shot to prove that he deserved to win the championship. And then Brandon Trout has been nothing but impressive. This man can do it all. He's well-rounded in the ring, has great in-ring awareness, and has the support of the fans. All four of these men are high-quality contenders for the SWF World Championship. Kick to the head. Look at that, we've got a crippler crossface being applied by Hawaiian Steve to Brandon Trout. Will Trout submit? Overhead belly-to-belly suplex by Luigi Calzone, tossing the Prowler across the ring. All four of these men have legitimate reasons why they should be the SWF World Heavyweight Championship number 1 contender.
10 minutes gone.
Oh my gosh! Hawaiian Steve, the tidal wave suplex, the finishing maneuver! Wait a second! I think Brandon Trout got the pin first! Oh wait! Oh, rope break breaks up the pin. Oh! The Undisputed Ace, Samoan, dropped out of the ring. We've got blood stains in the ring. Looks like Hawaiian Steve was the one busted open. I believe that was courtesy of the Prowler. The Prowler is a no-good, dirty bastard. Always bringing weapons into the match. Always kicking people in the groin. This man doesn't care about sportsmanship. Doesn't care about the sport of professional wrestling. He just wants to hurt people. And he wants to be the champion. He wants power and control. And that's why he wants to win this. That's why he befriended Vonstadt and then quickly betrayed him. Stabbed him in the back when he interfered in that match between Luigi Calzone and Vonstadt. Wait a second. Hawaiian Steve might win it here. Oh, 2.9. 2.9. Hawaiian Steve almost had it. But this isn't horseshoes. It's not hand grenades. Almost doesn't count. You either win or you don't. Gutbusters for everybody. Courtesy of the Prowler. The pace is starting to slow down. I think all 4 competitors are starting to get tired. Luigi Calzone working on the Prowler. Irish whip to Brandon Trout. Looks like Hawaiian Steve is distracted by the Undisputed Ace. Turns around. Now he's got Brandon Trout back in his clutches. Samoa drop there. Pinfall by Brandon Trout. 2.9. Brandon Trout almost made his dream come true. Death by Nightmare. Death by Nightmare. The finisher of the Prowler. But Hawaiian Steve is back to his feet. Calzone taken down by Brandon Trout. Oh, the Prowler choking the life force out of Hawaiian Steve. Will he submit? Will he give up? No. The Prowler. Death by Nightmare on Luigi Calzone. Oh my gosh. The Prowler threw, I believe, Brandon Trout into Luigi Calzone. Oh my gosh. That throwing German suplex there. Tossed Brandon Trout across the ring. Hawaiian Steve going off the ropes there. Oh, runs right into Brandon Trout, and Luigi Calzone runs into the Prowler. These men are using their entire bodies to take down their opponents. Oh! Beautiful powerbomb there. My gosh, what a powerbomb by Hawaiian Steve. And now the Prowler chewing on the forehead of Hawaiian Steve. We got a submission hold being applied by Luigi Calzone onto Brandon Trout. Venom being spit into the air. The submission broken up by Hawaiian Steve. All 4 men going down at the same time. A single being thrown into the crotch of Brandon Trout by the Prowler. 1, 2, and... Oh, 2.9, the Prowler almost wins. That's the third 2.9 count we've seen. All 4 men are so close to victory that they can almost taste it. Beautiful spinning heel kick by Brandon Trout. Luigi Calzone watches on. Now turns his attention to the Prowler. Multiple forearm strikes there. Takes down the Prowler. Hawaiian Steve. Oh, tidal wave suplex to Brandon Trout. This could put him away. That's the finishing move of Hawaiian Steve. Hawaiian Steve has done it. Hawaiian Steve has put away Brandon Trout. Hawaiian Steve is the new #1 contender for Vonstadt and the SWF World Heavyweight Championship. What a fatal 4-way match. This has been incredible. Congratulations to the Samoan Savage.